Hey guys, so in this tutorial I'll be teaching you guys how to use Zotero as a reference manager tool and how you can efficiently utilize it for your research writing. So this is part of the series of our research masterclass, and I'll be doing this video as comprehensive as possible and also make it as simple as possible so you can easily follow along. Now, to start off with Zotero, you can just easily go to this website, Zotero.org. Enter the website. On getting to the website, you could just click on the download button, just like I did here. So from clicking the download button, it should take you to a download page where you would have two things to download. So you could either download the Zotero for Windows. If you are using a Mac, you can also see the Mac option here. That means if you are using the Linux, you have the Linux option here. But since I'm using a Mac, so this is my Mac option here. I'll just click on the download for this. And something else you should also know while this is downloading, it's very important for you to also download the Zotero connector. The Zotero connector is what you can use as your web importer, basically what you use to extract references from other journal database that you're using for your research. Like I said, Zotero is an efficient reference manager tool, and it would really help your work while writing to be as fast as possible, and also give you a comprehensive view of your entire reference. So there's no need to scatter your references around when you have your Zotero app. So what I do after clicking on install the connector, I just click on add to Chrome. It's entirely free. That's one of the reasons why I prefer Zotero to others. So you click on add extension. After clicking on this, while doing that, you'll notice that the Zotero app has completely downloaded. Then from the extension that was added, it will change to remove from Chrome. It shows you that it has been added to your Chrome already. So since it has been added, you will just see this pop-up sign here to indicate that you have Zotero on your laptop Chrome browser. So beyond that, you can also click on the Zotero app itself on your system. So you just click on run. After clicking on run, this extraction would happen. It just takes a few seconds. Okay, you install Zotero for your system. Click on yes, standard, install and continue. Installing Zotero. So we are installing Zotero now. So now while this is installing, there's also something you can do. While this is installing in the background, you could open, it's already completed. You could just click finish and launch Zotero now. Now you have the app there. Now the reason you've seen this is because I had used Zotero before for a research, so you'd see the number of journals that are here. These are the journals I use for that research, so you see all of them. So I always save them in my reference manager, but when I'm done with the paper, I export them and save them in a different folder. Okay, so but yours will most likely not be like this. So something else you should know, if you're using Zotero for the first time, right, you most likely will not have an account. So you still have to go back to your Zotero browser here. This is where we were. Go back to your internet browser, Zotero.org. So what you need to do is you need to create an account. You click on login. If you had an account already, you just enter your email and your password, then log into Zotero. If you don't have an account, you just click on register for a free account. It's totally free. So you could choose the username you want, whatever username you want. Just pick your username, and then that's all. That's all for this. The moment you click register, you would have an email notification to just tell you that you are now part of the Zotero team. So after that, you just log in, come back and log in, click on remember me, log into Zotero. So that's all you need here. So remember your password and your email you used. You're also going to need it on this app right here. This app we downloaded on our system. So you click on tools. Okay, now you click on preference. That's from edits. You click edits, go to preference. From preference you have to click on link account. So I'm sure that while you would have your Zotero new, this would most likely what it will show you. When you come here, when you click on sync, it will show you to enter your password for your Zotero account. So the moment you enter your password, so the moment you enter your password, it will show this, that means your account with Zotero has been linked. So it's very important that you link it here, so that you would always have what you need on your desktop. You would always have what you need. So whenever you're surfing the net and you import any new file, it will always reflect on the Zotero app that you have on your system. So let me go back to the browser. So let's say I was going to work on a topic which surrounds fintech. Okay, so I could easily just go to Google Scholar, which is a database, which is a journal database. Google Scholar. Yeah, Google Scholar. So from going to Google Scholar, let's say I'm working on fintech in UK. So I'll have all the information I need about the fintechs in UK and probably the issues that are affecting them. So let's say I need my results to be between maybe 2019 to 2022. So I need papers between 2019 and 2022. So okay, the papers have been added. Okay, these are papers. Yeah, you could see 2019, 2020. So all the papers here now are between 2019 to 2022. So what I will easily do to import all this reference, rather than going through this one after the other, start thinking if they are relevant materials for you to use, I'll just simply use the Zotero web importer. Now I click on my extension tool right here, then I will see the different web importers I have. I have Mendeley, but would handle Mendeley in another tutorial. Then there's Zotero, so I could easily click on this button and it shows this. Now since I just clicked on it now, I could easily click on my refresh. Now after clicking on my refresh, okay, it's okay. Zotero has access to this side, that's okay. So all I have to do now is click on that, then it will ask me to you've installed the Zotero connector. It enables you to save item from your browser if you haven't downloaded the standalone. Now the standalone was the first thing we downloaded. Okay, so just click on got it since we got it already. Then after doing that, now since we are already logged into Zotero, we are fine. Since we already just created an account on the Zotero web, we are fine. Zotero, since we already created an account, we are fine. Then you could just, let's say you want to import all of this, you could easily click this. Then I want all the references, all the papers that are here, I easily just click select all and then okay. Now from clicking this okay, I would see the items being saved into my library. After they are saved into my library, automatically they are also added to my reference tool right here, my standalone Zotero app right here. So they are also added here. So you would see some of the papers, fintech, the new fintech papers are just added. They are already reflecting here. So let's say I was writing probably a thesis or a research project on fintech, like I just said, and okay, I discovered this material, or let's say from my readings I realized that this material on fintech and SME sustainability was really profound for my write-up. So as a matter of fact, I can also get a preview of what it looks like just to confirm that I'm using the right material. So I could just click on this and this sign right here will show up. You will see what this paper is about. Following the operational paradigm, yeah, okay, you could see it. So if you want to have a deeper view of the paper itself, you could easily just tap on it twice and it will take you to the browser, the direct download button for where the paper is. So you could have a read from here and see. So let's say you had some important information from this paper you just read, this paper on fintech and sustainable development in business model. So we could just easily go back to our documents. Now, because I had downloaded the standalone Zotero, which was that first installation we did, this sign would appear on my Word document. This sign would appear. So the first thing I need to do, even before writing anything, so this configuration are always done once and for all. So I go for my document preference. I select the reference style I want to use. So let's say I'm using Harvard reference style for my write-up. I'll just need to look for Harvard. I'll just need to look for Harvard reference style. Okay, it's not on the default setting. We could always get it from manage styles, but since we are not dealing with that, let's choose an easy reference here. So we could easily use the APA 7th edition. So after clicking on this, you click OK. So that way you know that, okay, whatever referencing I'm going to do is already covered for, and it's APA style that it's going to be used throughout. So let's say from that material from that journal I just read, I got to discover that fintech are a strategic tool for aiding the performance of SMEs in UK. So let's say I got this information from, after reading that journal, I got this sentence and I would want to reference the author that, you know, made this sentence. So I could either come to the Zotero standalone app to find out the person's name, which is PZ et al., or I could easily just find out the reference, the title of the journal. The title of the journal was Fintech and SMEs, or I could easily just come and find out the name, which is PZ. I don't need to know everything about the name. If I could just tell PZ, I would be okay. So PZ is enough for me to PZ Fintech and SME sustainability. So what I would do to insert, I don't need this bracket signs here. I want to put the reference at the end of my sentence. I would just easily do an insert, add in-text citation. The author's name was PZ. Matter of fact, before even typing the full name, you would already see the reference pop up. So all I have to do now is just click on this and click enter. I have successfully added a reference. So let's say I was doing a major write-up. Let's say I was doing a major write-up that had to do with, you know, then I was done with the write-up and I needed to add my bibliography at the next page. So I could easily just click Ctrl Enter, or maybe just shift your enter key to the next page. So when I move to the next page, from the next page I could type a reference, so it's just to signify it's my reference list. Then after doing that, I click add bibliography. Boom, all the reference I had used, since I used just one, all the reference I had used would be added here. So I don't need to keep tabs of the number of references I use. I don't need to keep them in a separate document, you know, one after the other, locating them one by one. As long as they are all in Zotero, as I keep adding reference, it keeps, you know, increasing in my bibliography whenever I insert add bibliography. Let's say I add another text, so okay, but okay, however, full stop. Okay, however, fintech has not been efficiently utilized in developing countries. Full stop. So I need to add the reference. So I just place my cursor where I want the reference to appear. Click on add in-text citation. Since I remember the text I got that information from was SME, and yes, I think it's on mobile. Okay, mobile, yeah, mobile app, yes. For social, yes, exactly. So I click on I remember just the title of the journal, so I could just click on enter. clicking on enter, that has already been entered. And I could keep going on and on until I'm done referencing. Then also just adding that alone, let's say I was done, I could easily click on add bibliography. This would pop up. Just simply click on OK, you're done. Then if you scroll down, you'll see that 2 references are already added at the last page of your work. So as you keep writing, it will always be added to the last page of your work. And let's say for some reason I was told that the reference needs to change from APA 7 to maybe Chicago style, so I don't need to come one after the other and start changing them. I'll just go on document preference and probably go to Chicago 17th edition and click OK. See, the changes has happened, and I could just scroll down. The changes has also been reflected in my bibliography. Now this is the standard style for Chicago referencing. If I could revert back to maybe even another style that is not that similar, I could change to probably IAEE for it to be more obvious. So this is also another reference style, so I could just click on OK. Now this has changed, the whole numbering thing has happened. So this is actually one of the best applications. See, okay, here the in-text citation has also changed into numbering. So this is one of the best and most recommended reference manager that you could use. It really makes your research faster and even more credible, because you will have a chance of keeping all your materials together and ensuring that only what has been used inside the text is referenced properly. So yeah, that is the end of my video for today. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you the next time.